If you love music, then do more than just listen. Connor's Music.
Welcome to John Connors live from Connors Music. Live if you're watching at 8:30 Eastern Time. I'm live in Ontario, Canada, hence me being live in Eastern Time. Make sure you say hi if you're watching live. If you're watching the rerun, you can put your comments in, especially if you're watching on YouTube. We love that, and we'll try to reply to them after if we see those. But I won't interact with you via the video unless you're watching live. So there you go. There's your little rundown of how that works. Arnold says, I'm here. Nice to see you, Arnold. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you say hi. Like I said, we got, I can see you're viewing. I got little eyeballs that tell me that you're watching and you're not saying hi. So make sure you say hi. And I'm hoping you'll give me lots of questions tonight as we go along, because I've got one item I'm going to show you. I will tell you about my rig, as I always do, like how I'm plugging everything in. But it's one new Ibanez guitar that I'm going to show off tonight and have some fun with playing a few tunes. I love this little emoji here from Tiago. Thanks for that. There we go. Is that Live Long and Prosper? Rock and roll. It's one of those. Woo! And happy Wednesday to you as well. Yeah, it's always, I love every day here. It's always different. Like Mondays, I'm on the floor mostly helping in the showroom, which I love. Tuesdays is my teaching day, so I teach a lot. I love that, and I'm glad I still keep that as part of what I do here. And then Wednesdays, it's a little bit of hybrid. I get on the teaching in the morning, and then into the afternoon, I'm on the sales floor, and then, of course, live stream on the first and third Wednesdays. So I absolutely love it. So happy every day. Yep. Live long and prosper. There you go. Very good. And guess who's back in the lineup tonight? So John Connors is back in the line. Oh, you're talking about the Leafs. Austin Matthews is back in the lineup tonight. And I think Justin Holl is not in the lineup tonight. He's a healthy scratch. So definitive possibility Dubas is working on some sort of deal. But talking about deals, no, this isn't really a deal. This is a new guitar. It's a great value guitar. But at regular price. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I said I was going to do this. I said this to myself, actually, and I had it all lined up to do it. And then I kind of forgot. I'm going to put the link for the product right into the chat here for you guys. That way, if you do want to kind of read a little bit, some people like to read while they listen, then you can go ahead and do that. So that's coming up in the comments there. So look, I'll put that, it's not that exciting to see there, but it's an Ibanez AZ42P1 in black premium guitar. And let me catch up on the comments here. Danielle, hey there. Thanks for tuning in. And I got to give her a shout out too, because I saw Danielle purchased the Connors Brothers Maple Flavored album, and I really appreciate that. And I see things are going great for you. So awesome. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for your support. And Danielle was a student here at Connors Music. She was one of my students for a bit of time. Not on the clarinet, though. That's her area of expertise, and not mine. But we helped out. I helped out with a little piano as she was moving along in her journey, which is amazing. And AJ asked if I'm taping the game. I do have my PVR running, but I'm not super protective tonight. So if you want to throw a little comment in, go ahead. That other night, I really wanted to see the Boston Bruins game stem to stern without any sort of preconceptions of what was going to happen. So anyways, I'm going to grab a guitar. I'm going to do a tune, and then I'll give you the whole rundown of what's going on from there. So again, thanks, guys, for the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and let's do a song. There you go. He's already got a goal. He's back. Lie to me and tell me everything is all right. lie to me and tell me that you'll stay here tonight. Tell me that you'll never leave. Oh, I'll just try to make believe that everything you're telling me is true. Won't you just lie to me? Go ahead and lie to me. Lie to me. Lie to me. It doesn't matter anymore. I could never be the way it was before. If I could hold on to you, leave me something I could hold on to for just a while longer. Won't you let me dream? Oh, anyone can see life, you love me more than me. And right now, baby, let me pretend that our love will never end. Lie to me. Go ahead and lie to me. Lie to me. Go ahead and lie to me. There we go. All right, that came together not too bad. That's Johnny Lang's Lie to Me. And I used a couple settings on the guitar, and I'm getting the full updates. I said, go ahead and throw me a little bit, and 4 2 leaves, 5 2 leaves. All right, I'm gonna watch the game after, so you don't have to give me every update. But anyways, thanks to AJ, and I'm super excited about the Leafs too, and I'm glad you are too. Definitely come playoff time, you will see me in my jersey during the live stream on the appropriate Wednesday night. All right, and Adam says, sounds great. Excellent tone out of that guitar, and it truly does have some awesome tone. I'm going to give you the rundown on that. And thumbs up and applause from Arnold. Thank you very much, man. And Sandra says, that sounded great. Thanks. It's a good tune. Johnny Lang, I think when he broke in, he was just a young guy. Like, I want to say he was like 16. And that album came out, and I was all over it, listening to it stem to stern. That was the only one I ever learned. But, great blues player. So definitely check his stuff out if you haven't already. All right. So it's an Ibanez AZ Premium, like we said in the description. And one thing you'll notice is in the pickups right away. I thought this was cool because my AZ, which I have used before, and you can see on display right there, it's a previous generation, no longer available, has 2 single coils and then a humbucker, and then a 5-way selector with what's called the alter switch. This, 2 humbuckers with a 5-way selector and an alter switch. So for those of you that are pickup savvy, you'll say, whoa, 2 humbuckers 5-way, that makes no sense, because on a traditional, say, Les Paul, you'd have 2 humbuckers and a 3-way, and you could go either neck, both, or bridge. And when you switch pickups, again, for those of you that don't do a lot of electric stuff, you get a different tone. So when I was doing the rhythm stuff, I I had it up here on the neck pickup, but when I went to the solo, I switched it down to get different tones. But the alter switch means I've got, ready for this, humbucker. This turns it into a single in the next spot, or depending on where the switch is, it can take both and make them singles. Middle selection with the alter switch off is 2 humbuckers like you'd have on a Les Paul, but with the alter switch on, you get 2 singles. So and it changes whether it's power tapped or not. So very different settings, and so here we're getting coil splitter phasing. It's coil splitting or power tapping, and then different alignments that you normally get. So great question there, and I think you sort of hear it, all the diversity, right? Like very different tones. So that's one side of the guitar. But the other side that I'm really digging is, like mine, it's a roasted maple neck. This one's, I think, like a dark roast, like at Timmy's. If you wait a little longer and you get the dark roast coffee, if you like it a little stronger. Mine, the maple's still quite light, but it is a roasted maple, and the roasting gives it a little more durability. So we're seeing this with, say, for example, drumsticks. We've seen it with ProMark does a fire grain drumstick, and it's more durable because of it. So they've done the same thing, that kind of heat treatment to the neck on this. So there's a little rundown of a few things. Definitely please throw more questions in about the guitar. You did see me use the trem there, and it's super stable. I'll tell you this, it arrived this week from the US. I didn't get a chance to unpack it until today. I took it out of the bag. It was in tune. Like, usually there's a little, at least tuning that we got to do. And this guitar, it came strung with D'Addario EXL 110s, and it was in standard tuning, EAD, GBE, ready out of the box. So, that's kind of nice for us, a little less work. And of course, for you, knowing that, your brand new guitar comes ready. So, again, any guitar you get through Connor's Music, we're going to make sure you're set up and ready to play. And if you're not, you bring it in and we'll make sure we get it right for you. That's a kind of an ongoing promise. But anyways, again, throw your questions in, but I'm going to move on and do another tune with another tone. 2-tone, 2-tune. No, I'll do 4 tones and 4 tunes. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going to do this one. Yeah, that's, I think, almost right on there. Everything is bleak, it's the middle of the night. You're all alone and the dummies might be right. You feel like a jerk, my music at work, my music at work. Avoid trends and cliches, don't try to be up to date. And when the sunlight hits the olive oil, don't hesitate. The night's so long it hurts, my music at work. The symbol too far, it reminded me of a string to determine where you are in a sink full of Ganges I'd remain. No matter where I heard my music at work, my music at work, my music at work. I call it Olga Waits, the cloud that entertains, the impossibility of showing some restraint. The rain came down berserk, my music at work, my music at work. On a star beyond the chart, on the dark side of a drop of rain, determining where you are in a sink full of Ganges I'd remain. No matter what you heard, my music at work, my music at work, my music at work. Everything is bleak, it's the middle of the night. You're all alone and the dummies might be right. Outside the darkness lurks my music at work. My music at work. A falling hummingbird. My music at work. From the middle of the earth. My music at work. Bound for bed without dessert. My music at work. My music at work. My music at work. My music at work. All right, so that is a Tragically Hip song. And Adam says it's a great tune. And for me, I don't know, this was one that kind of spoke to me. I was getting into teaching more heavily when this album came out. So there you go. Now you know how old I am. And I made up binders because I didn't have a computer in my lesson room. And then I could open the binder, and if a student liked the song in it, then I would go make a photocopy of it with this huge photocopier. But anyways, and so I called the binders My Music at Work. So that's, huge influence. And, it was funny when I was working on it and prepping it for today's live stream, I hit the line, avoid trends and cliches, don't try to be up to date. And that must have subliminally affected me, or maybe consciously. And I was like, you're right, Gordon Downey. I'm not going to be trendy, and I'm going to try to avoid cliches in my songwriting, and my fashion is never going to be what's current. And I've kept that up pretty solid. So, all right, so here we go. Let's catch up here. Can you do 50 Mission Cap? I am going to do 50 Mission Cap, not tonight, but I got a series of, I got a good shipment of Ibanez guitars. I plan to feature one of the acoustics in 2 weeks, and I'll go back and do some electrics, and we'll do 50 Mission Cap. So watch for that coming up in a few weeks. Sorry, I had to laugh here. John playing Music at Work by the copy machine, right? So let me just fax you the chord and lyric sheet there, John, so you can play it. It's all E's, B's, and A's. Anyways, thanks, guys. This is great. I love this interactiveness, this live and interactive moment here, John Connors Live. Thanks so much, guys. All right, we got a couple more tunes, a couple more tones. So I wanted to tell you about my rig quickly. So I'm still using my Revelator interface with my mic direct into it. So for cheeky, for the guitar, because I wanted to mostly talk guitar, not amp or effects, I've just run it through the Hughes & Kettner Amp-Man Classic, which what I love about it for the live stream especially is it's got a Redbox DI out built into it. So I've connected directly from it to my interface. I get channel switching. I've got solo boosting, all sorts of great stuff there. So it's all happening there, but you're not hearing a ton of effects. Obviously, you're hearing mostly the guitar tone. So when I'm showing you the pickups and different things, it's not covered in delay or chorus effects like that. So, but if you want to hear anything, please throw that in the comment thread that you want to hear it with more distortion or less or whatever. So. And the reverb I've got for both the voice and the guitar coming from my interface via the Universal Control software. There we go. Interactiveness, it's where it's at. Thank you, Renee, for that. It's true. There's lots of video content, an abundant amount of video content online. Although very much on my radar coming soon is going to be some shorts, some highlight clips, and some bloopers from John Connors Live. I was mentioning it a couple weeks ago. So on my to-do list is to just go through and grab a few clips, and you'll see those popping up as Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. Do you know how to play Ghost Town by the Stones? I don't. By the Rolling Stones, I imagine. Ghost Town, I don't even. There you go. I don't know if I know it at all, so I'll check that out. Definitely digging the hip with a hint of maple flavoring. Love that. Thank you very much. And if you've a little Connors Brothers moment, if you've been following us online, you'll know that we got great news this week that the studio we started recording our next album at, they had a fire. That's not the great news. That was the sad news. And it was in the control room, and it was possible that we'd lost all our bed tracks, our starting recordings that we had done there. but they were able to salvage them for us. So big shout out to Audio Group number 9 for saving those for us, and we loaded them in this week. So work is now continuing on the next full-length Connors Brothers studio album. So watch for that and updates about that coming soon. All right, let's do another tune. All right, I wanted one with a riff. And we gotta pick the right tone here. Let's try the other channel. So I'm on channel 2 or channel B. A little grittier, and I'm on my second pickup spot. Let's try that and see how it goes. Pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet, pretty woman. I don't believe you, it must be true. No one look as good as you. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me, pretty woman? I couldn't help but see, pretty woman. Oh, you look lovely as can be. Are you lonely just like me? Pretty woman, stop a while. Pretty woman, talk a while. Pretty woman, give your smile to me. Pretty woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty woman, look my way. Pretty woman, say you'll stay with me. 'Cause I need you, treat you right. Come with me, baby. Be mine tonight. Pretty woman, don't walk on by. Pretty woman, don't make me cry. Pretty woman, don't walk away, okay? If that's the way, it must be okay. I guess I'll go on home, it's late. There'll be tomorrow night, but wait. Pretty woman. There we go. Ooh, that was kind of fun. And this went up right as I started playing, so I couldn't put the comment up there. But thanks, Adam, for that. Amazing news about the album. And we wanted to shoot for something this year. Well, we were hoping for spring, but it won't be spring probably. But we're still hoping for this year now with that good news. And Sandra put her name in there because I think she knows she's one of the pretty women I could be singing this song to. That's why no comment, just here's my name. And I want you to know that I consider myself one of the pretty women. And so should you. I don't know if that's what she was going for there. And AJ says, great tune. Thanks for that. Love that song. Now I want to watch the movie. Okay, so we're talking about Pretty Woman, the movie with Julia Roberts, of course, which is one of my wife's favorites. So definitely go watch that. Great soundtracks. I know that's something you're into there, Danielle, too, is being aware of great movie soundtracks. Maybe not just the rock tunes, though, obviously. The full breadth of what music does to a movie. All right, so I went to the other channel. We obviously got a little more grit. One of the things I was very pleased with, see, my suck up points worked here. Come to John Connors Live for compliments and feel good about yourself, but only if it's warranted. There you go. I won't just, give them out free free comments and compliments. Anyways, so when I was doing the riff, nice and gritty, a little bit of overdrive, but then when I use my fingers to strum a little bit, and that cleaned it up a little bit. So I don't know if, I hope you noticed that, that I was going for that. And the pickups are responsive enough to catch that detail. That's something I will notice on some guitars if I do that kind of stuff. Sorry, I get distracted sometimes by the comments coming in. Can we all do a draw to get playoff tickets? So, like, sure. I don't have playoff tickets to give away, though. And I'm so far not connected with the Leafs. I think the Connors brothers would do an amazing job of O Canada at a Leafs game. So if that ever happens and I get connected with them and they're like, yeah, you want to give away some tickets, right? Then I'd be all about it. But like, of course, for the Leafs, right? I went to one playoff game in my lifetime. My daughter really wanted to go, and I said, well, let's you buy one ticket, I'll buy one ticket, and we'll go. And we did, and what an experience. So, you know, broke the bank that day. But I'd love to, if I'm not going to go to a game, you know, this playoff run, I do hope to at least go down to Maple Leaf Square and cheer them on there. So thanks for all that, Luke. So yeah, so clean, a little grittier, just by playing harder. And those pickups are the Seymour Duncan Hyper Ion and the neck pickup and bridge, of course. Both are the same branding pickup. They're passive Alnico, so there's no batteries in front of it or anything. You don't have to do anything to get this great responsiveness. Just play. And Leafs Square is a beauty time. So that's something I've been thinking about. A couple other neat things about the guitar: jumbo stainless frets. The bridge is a Godo bridge. Like, you're not going any. You're not going to be steered wrong with this guitar. It's going to be super reliable. It's a great classic look. So I definitely was inspired to show it off to you guys. And another neat little thing, and this you'll see just on, you know, usually on guitars that are up a notch in quality, is instead of a plastic nut, they've used a Graphtec nut. And for me, what I love about that is Graphtec is a Canadian company. So Ibanez, which is a Japanese company, and this guitar is built in their Indonesian factory, but they've got Canada sending them these man-made tusk nuts. So they're simulated ivory. No elephants are harmed in the making of these. But I do notice increased sustain and better tone when you go with a tusk nut. And I didn't today because I was using the Canadian Black Mountain pick, but because I was doing some finger stuff today. But I do notice the tone benefit with those materials when they're involved. So keep that in mind. And I've been meaning, I'm going to throw it out there, and maybe I'll do a little clip of this and send it, to tell Black Mountain, which is a Canadian company, and Graphtec that maybe they should pair up and take a Black Mountain pick, but instead of the plastic part here, put a Graphtec tusk piece there and see how that does. I think that'd be an interesting little partnership. Okay, and let's do one more song and call it a night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. And you know, if you found something that you thought was really cool that a friend of yours would like, this does replay on YouTube. So you could take that link and share it with them. You know, just copy, link, paste, or post it on your social media, whatever you want to do. We'd love the support. And but again, just tuning in and your comments is amazing. Thank you. Oh yeah, so we're gonna go a little heavier and dirtier here. So I gotta go boost. Let's try. No. It's pretty heavy. Sorry about the noise. There's a little extra noise from the Ant-Man when I run the gain that heavy. So now I'm in the bridge pickup to get that bitey. Okay, bitey tones. This is bridge. Ooh, that's quieter. Okay, so I'm going to go bridge. That's single coil. That's humbucker. So much quieter. So I'll go humbucker so that we don't get that noise. What again? Great versatility. And this is another good suggestion to do the Hall & Oates song. It's obviously on your mind because of how often the Leafs are scoring tonight. I'll check it out for sure. 50 Mission Cap, great hockey tune. Hall & Oates has become a great hockey tune, and so definitely a possibility. But right now, I'm going to rock in the free world. Here we go.
There's a color on the street, red, white, and blue. People shuffling their feet, people sleeping in their shoes. But there's a woman sign on the road, and yet there's a lot of people saying we'd be better off dead. Don't feel like saying it, but I am to them. So I try to forget it any way I can. Keep on rocking in the free world. 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 I see a woman in the night with a baby in her hand, under an old street light near a garbage can. Now she wants to get away, she's gotta take it. She hates her life for what she's done to it. There's no monkey that would never go to school, never get to fall in love, never get to be cool. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world.
There we go. A little rocking in the free world. I did skip the third verse because I felt my voice going, no, John, not one more verse. So I listened. Gary, don't apologize for being late. Thanks for tuning in for the rockinest part of the show. I think I'm even out of breath there. And you don't worry, you can go back and check out the replay like I was telling everyone. The full thing will be on YouTube, of course. And Luke says, I love Neil Young. One more Leafs question. Should we have a Leafs screen party for the... How do you do that? A Leafs screen party? Is this like Steve Dangles, like where he watches it and then people watch him watch it on YouTube and you see him like freaking out? I think the coolest part of that is he does a little heart monitor thing. So like especially in the playoffs, right? So you can see how freaked out he really is, and I can definitely relate. My quick last Leafs playoff story, and this I'll sign off with this for you, Luke. Was last year we were watching the game at my brother Joe's house in his gazebo because he set it up outside. So we were in the backyard, which was great. I brought the kids and we were watching the playoff game. And he had little Frankie, the baby, in the little baby seat sleeping. And this was game 7. And John Tavares came out of the corner and deked and came and shot and scored. And I just couldn't help it. I wasn't going to be like, yeah, way to go, Johnny T. Captain John Tavares. Thank you for that goal. I lost it, screaming, jumped up and down, everything. Woke up the baby. The baby's crying. And of course, then they called back the goal because of an interference call that they'd been letting go all playoff, and they continued to do, of course, let go anytime Tampa did it. Anyways, but the moment was great until then. So there you go. So should we do a screening party? Let's chat about it for sure. I don't know how to pull that off, but we could definitely look at it. I'm glad it was entertaining. That's definitely one of the things that John Connors Live is supposed to be. Thank you, Arnold, for tuning in. And no, LOL, I can bring the projector and screen. Oh, I see. So we could do it like set up a big outdoor place to watch the game. We should definitely chat about that. That'd be fun. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's it for John Connors Live this Wednesday. We'll be back again on the first Wednesday. Okay, before I sign off, because Gary came in late, but he's got a great comment. Why don't we screen it at the beach? So he's talking about Miami Beach there. So AJ Cooney and Gary Barfoot, you guys connect and set up a big screening of a Leaf game at Miami Beach, and everyone should show up and tune in. Yeah, I can bring it if you help me set it up. So there you go, Gary. Like, because, you know, I know you guys are busy too, but I got a lot on my plate here. So why not, Gary, you help AJ set it up, and I'll try my best to be there. And if I am there, I'll be wearing my Captain John Tavares jersey for sure. All right. See, sounds like a plan. John Connors Live, where things happen for the community here in Georgina. Thanks, guys, again for tuning in. We'll see you again the first Wednesday of March with more Ibanez guitars, at least for that one. And then we'll go from there. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great night. Stay well.